Hey, I wanted to follow up really quickly on this whole business about calling people mate and how lucky you guys are in the UK and Australia who can just use that word all the time to call everybody, hey mate, good day mate. A lot of people said that saying mate sounds really funny with an American accent. But a lot of you suggested that in America we have two words, pal and bud or buddy, but it's not quite the same. I mean, I don't go around calling somebody bud or especially pal. Pal sounds a little condescending. It sounds like an old gangster movie. Hey pal, what are you looking at there, huh? and bud, it almost sounds like talking to a child, like, hey buddy, come on over here, buddy, or like a dog or something. I can't imagine saying bud to somebody like, hey, how you doing today, bud? I certainly wouldn't ever call anybody bro, and I definitely brother sounds very 60s kind of sounding. What's up, brother? And then there's like the second echelon of names you can call people like Mac, but that's very limited. It's like 1950s Brooklyn. Hey Mac, give me a beer. I think what we ought to do is we ought to come up with a new word. I say just toodles. Oh, and some people suggested guy, but guy isn't something you call somebody, right? I mean, you say, hey you guys, and by guys, that word means both men and women these days. Hey guys, everybody's guys. But you don't talk to somebody directly and say guy. Hey guy, how are you today? You don't say guy. It's not a thing. And I certainly don't go up to somebody and call them friend, like, hello friend. That sounds like you're in a cult. There is no equivalent to mate. And even though nobody asked for it, I thought I would give you a quick tour of my home gym so far. So basically this is just the center of my shop, and luckily since I put everything on casters, it's really easy for me to just roll my table saw and my workbench out, and then I just roll the router table out. It's super handy having these dumbbells on this roll around cart so that I can move them to wherever I'm going to be using them. And then the lid itself, the box, works into, you know, like a step-up box, so I can do, you know, these kinds of exercises. And of course the incline bench. One of the exercises that I was doing this morning though was leaving it flat and doing these skull crushers, except with my legs up like this. And then when I'm done with all this stuff, this box sits like that, keeps all of the sawdust out of it. And that parks right there, and then this just sits next to it. And these are the first things I made for my home gym, and these are just pieces of plywood that I can use as sliders. I sanded them down really nicely and then I waxed them up. And you know, there's lots of exercises you can do with these. I have this really cheap rug that I got for like $30 at the grocery outlet. And those are just core busters there. And of course I've got my yoga mat here for other sorts of exercises and stretching. Then when I'm done with this, I just put my sliders in here along with the yoga mat and then just roll it all up. And then I just store it back here in the mystery spot. Oh, I forgot. I also have a backpack that I've loaded with bricks. And so, you know, these are good for squats, and you can use it to drag on the floor, different types of exercises. If you don't have anything else, just use a backpack and fill it with books or bricks or canned goods, whatever you got. And of course I've got the pull-up bar over here. And I also have this strap on here because I can only do like 3 pull-ups right now. And so when I use this, I'm able to get at least more volume in. I can get a lot more done. Pull-ups are definitely a work in progress. Also, I've got some of these stretchy bands, and these are great for kind of, mostly I use them for warming up to just kind of get my chest and lats engaged. And then all I gotta do is put 3 things back in place. The router table, this workbench, and my table saw. And that's my complete home gym so far. I may be adding more to it, but for right now, I can get a lot accomplished. It only takes me maybe 3 minutes to convert from my workshop to the gym and then back again. For putting this together in a pretty short period of time, I think this is pretty cool, and I'm really happy I've done it. Don't let your body just atrophy watching Netflix. Well, you can watch Ozark first and then come back to the gym. Oh, I wanted to talk to you real quickly about the weekend workshop course and when it's going to relaunch. I want to be perfectly honest with you. We've been planning on relaunching it in April for the past couple months now, but once the apocalypse started, I started having second thoughts about that, and I was really going back and forth whether or not it was the right thing to do amongst everything going on. But I received a lot of messages from people asking me about the weekend workshop course and when it's going to reopen, because they wanted something to do in their free time now that so many people are at home and they wanted to work out in their workshops. So I gave it a lot of thought, and I decided, I guess this is a good time to release it. It's as good a time as any to launch the course. But what I didn't want to do and what I don't want to do is do a really heavy marketing campaign. And to be perfectly honest, when you launch any product, you have to market it. You have to let people know it's available. But it needs to be toned back for this. So we're doing kind of a soft launch. Normally I would do some sort of a free incentive to sign up within the first week. The first week of a launch is always like when most of the people sign up, but that just didn't feel right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just launch it April 15th, and it's gonna be open permanently. So if you wanna sign up on April 15th, that would be great in that first week, but if you don't, you could sign up anytime thereafter. And remember, once you sign up, you have it for a lifetime, so you can do the projects and work on your shop at your own pace. Anyways, it is really, really a good course. I think this is the best course that I've come up with, and I know you're gonna like it. If you would like more information and to get on my mailing list so you'll know exactly when it's open again, head over to theweekendworkshop.com. And plus, while you're there, you can get free plans to build this drop-down work center. Even if you don't sign up for the course, you can get the free plans for that. So that's all of the news I've got. Oh, I thought of one other thing. Dude. Some people mentioned dude, that was something Americans call each other. And I guess some people call each other dude. I don't think I'm cool enough to call somebody dude, and it always reminds me of like Bill and Ted or Spicoli or something. It's like, dude. I can't pull it off. That's all I got for today. Not a single bit of woodworking was accomplished in this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you for watching all of these, and I will try to be back again tomorrow with a new one.